This isn't just a murder trial. This is a masterclass in contradiction, manipulation, and post-verdict damage control. Today, we're breaking down Miriam Helmick's own words, on the stand, on camera, and after conviction, and exposing how every explanation collapses under its own weight. What you're about to hear isn't confusion, it's strategy, deflection, and audacity.
6 months after the death of Alan Helmick, Miriam was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, attempted murder for the car fire, and forgery. Soon after, in November 2009, the case went to trial. The testimony of one of Miriam's friends who recalled a conversation between the two of them just days after the failed attempt.
She had said that she found out that a car won't explode if it has a full tank of gas.
And when she said that, what was her demeanor?
She laughed.
That catch you off guard?
Pretty much.
They called Miriam to the stand in her own defense.
Once you got inside, what did you see?
I saw Alan on the floor. I dropped my bags and went to him. He was cold and gray. I held his hand for a few minutes and tried to make some sense of it all.
You were just acting at that time, weren't you?
This is not grief. This is stage direction. She doesn't deny it. She owns it. Admitting you were acting at the scene of your husband's murder isn't honesty. It's a self-inflicted wound. Because once you admit one performance, everything becomes suspect. Every tear, every word, every memory.
Yes, just briefly.
You concocted a complete ruse to lead them on a wild goose chase away from you and towards some phantom killer out there, correct?
Finally, after 16 days of testimony, in December 2009, the jury sat down to deliberate, and in the short span of 5 hours, they'd reached a unanimous decision.
5
Miriam was
hours
found
means the
guilty
evidence
on all
spoke
counts,
louder than emotion.
but in an
No
interview
confusion,
after the
no
verdict,
hesitation,
she
no
had a
benefit
lot
of the
more
doubt.
to say.
This wasn't a system
Prosecutors
failure.
say
This
that you
was accountability
fraudulently
catching
have
up.
written about $40,000 in checks on Alan's money that he was about to find out, and that's why you killed him.
He could look up online anytime and see what was coming out of his bank account. Nobody stopped him from doing that. So anything that was written with his approval.
Did you steal any money from Alan?
No, I didn't take anything from him.
This is semantic manipulation. She's not denying control. She's not denying access. She's denying the verb. Money doesn't need to land in your pocket to be stolen. Control is the theft, and the timing matters. Money he was about to discover. That's not coincidence. That's pressure building toward exposure.
Because everything that was put into the bank went into his bank account. None of it came to me.
But when the interviewer asked her about the car fire, she made an absolutely outlandish claim.
Did you have anything to do with starting that car fire?
No, I didn't have any inclination to do it. But I almost believe that he started his own car fire.
This is where the story fully unravels. A wealthy man, no financial distress, no motive, no history, and yet she wants you to believe he nearly burned himself alive for insurance money? This isn't denial. This is desperation disguised as speculation. When your defense requires the victim to suddenly become irrational, reckless, and suicidal, you've already lost.
You mean to tell me that Alan started the car fire himself? Why would he try to do that and possibly hurt himself?
Well, I don't think he thought about hurting himself. And it took me a while to wrap my head around that he would possibly do anything like that.
Miriam stated that Alan had started the fire himself for the insurance money, but as a man who already had considerable amount of wealth, the police couldn't understand the logic behind this. When asked about the gun, she claimed she had no knowledge of it until after the murder and had no idea where it could possibly be.
Do you believe your mother had anything to do with Alan's murder?
I do not.
With your father?
I do not. No.
In all of this, Miriam's son from her first marriage, Chris, stood by his mother's side, defending her innocence. However, in the end, none of it was enough, and Miriam Helmick was sentenced to life in prison without the chance of parole.
5 hours means the evidence spoke louder than emotion. No confusion, no hesitation, no benefit of the doubt. This wasn't a system failure. This was accountability catching up.
Since then, she's made numerous appeals, but they've all been rejected. We hope that Alan's family and loved ones can find some form of peace and closure, knowing that justice has been served and his killer will never walk free again.
Miriam Helmick didn't just lose a trial. She destroyed her own narrative. She admitted acting. She danced around money. She blamed the dead. She contradicted herself on record. And when all the performances were over, the truth remained. Life in prison, no parole, no rewrites. This isn't a tragedy of misunderstanding. It's the consequence of calculated choices finally meeting reality. Justice didn't hesitate, and neither should we.